everyone. I just wanted to pop on and say hello and show you something I've been working on. My very special jar. And do you know what's inside this jar? See if you can think what's in my jar. It's getting full, and I started it just about a week ago, and I thought maybe you could do the same. This is my silver linings jar. So we are all in a different situation now, quite a difficult situation for some of us. Lots is going on, but always when we have clouds and when we have difficult times, we can always look for the silver linings and for the little bits of gold. And can you see the gold lid, rose gold lid? Such a beautiful jar. And so I have been writing down all the good things that have happened in this time that I would not have had if we weren't at home and if I wasn't in isolation and if these things had not happened. So this is my silver linings jar, and I thought I would come on and tell you how to create a silver linings jar. So you just get a jar. You could get a jam jar. If you've got a big one, that's great for the whole family. And then get some slips of paper. I've got some pretty bits of paper here, and I have some different ones. I'm not sure where the other ones went. They fell on the floor. So cut up some slips and then put the slips by the jar, and every time you think of something good that has happened that would not have normally happened in your everyday life. So if you had been going to school, or if you had been carrying on with your normal activities, it wouldn't have happened. So Telki, it's not quite a gratitude jar, but it is. It's a silver linings jar. So it's a special memory jar. Can you all hear me? Just checking, can you hear me? Let's have a thumbs up if you can hear me, because some people are saying they can't hear me. So it's like a gratitude jar, but it's a silver linings jar. So it is for things that would not have normally happened, but are happening now. So for example, if you have got to speak to somebody on a Zoom call or on the phone that you would never normally have spoken to, then you put it down on a piece of paper and you write it down. Or if you had done an amazing craft that if you had been at school, you would never have had that opportunity. Some people are doing amazing things. I saw a picture of one family. They had created a restaurant, and they wrote their menu and they laid the table and they made the food. So that would go in this jar, because it's an experience you would not have had if you were living your normal life. Or another family went on holiday and they created the whole room like a holiday, and they got the trays on the back of a chair like as if you're on an aeroplane. So what a lovely thing, a nice thing. So it's like a positive memory jar, but it's a silver linings jar. So anything that would not have normally, you wouldn't have experienced in your everyday normal life, pop it down here. So you could write your gratitudes too, but that's slightly different. So this is finding the gold. We talked last night about on the call for the relaxation, our gold finger. So finding the gold in every moment. So this is a difficult time. It is a different time. We're at home all the time, but there are lots and lots of silver linings. So get out your silver lining jar, put it in the middle of the table, and every time you think of something that, I wouldn't have experienced this if I hadn't been at home now, and I wouldn't have got that extra hug, or I wouldn't have been able to talk about that thing, or we wouldn't have gone on that walk and I wouldn't have seen that flower. Pop it in your amazing silver linings jar. So who's going to make a silver linings jar? Who has got a silver linings jar? Let me know, write it in the comments and put it down below because I want to know. And I have made my silver linings jar really, really big. And can you see there are some things in there already. There we go. Oh yes, and I'm going to, at the end of this experience, I'm going to open up my silver linings jar and have a read and see all the amazing things, little things, they don't need to be big. Met somebody on a walk from a distance and smiled at somebody. So you're going to do a wish jar, all the things that you could wish for that you can't do, and then when it's over you can do it. That's lovely. Maybe you could have 2 jars, because I do think it's really important to see all the wonderful things that all the wonderful new experiences that you're having that you would not normally have. Hello, Wilf. Hello, you're watching on your own. Well done. Well done. Are you going to get your jar out and make a lovely silver linings jar? So that was me just quickly popping on to tell you about my silver linings jar, and I hope you can do one too. And I would love to see pictures of your silver linings jar. So pop the pictures up after this live and we can share all our wonderful silver linings together. Brilliant, Leanne, you're going to make one. Thank you very much, everybody, and see you soon.